What up, what up, what up, New York Giant Nation? It's your boy, Mac, the Giants fan, man. Coming back here on Chat Y'all Victory Monday. Just want to, show a little more extra appreciation to this team, True Blue. Yesterday they did some things that impressed me so much, man. Like, they finally showed up, played good team football, rallied together as a unit on both sides of the football. The offense was definitely behind the eight ball yesterday. Talking about literally, arguably, you can make a case that we're talking about the four absolute best playmakers on this team were all out in this game. On top of all of that, the absolute slam dunk best offensive lineman was also out in this game. So Daniel Jones is out there. Whew. When you go into a game and your number four receiver is your number one receiver, come on. You already know you probably set to have a long day. But it wasn't the case, man. A lot of the reason why is because this team all rallied together. The defense finally put together 4 good quarters of football, man. And looked like the defense that we expected it to be. We don't know if we're going to still continue to get that. That's yet to be determined. But if we get this effort every week from this defense, they ain't got to worry about getting booed. They ain't got to worry about that stuff no more. Because if you put that kind of effort out on the field week in and week out, the fans is going to respect you. They're going to love you. So just understand that. You just got to continue to put this kind of effort out. We're not going to always be the most talented team. I think that was overall the case yesterday, and ultimately is which got us over the top yesterday. I believe we are a more talented football team than the Carolina Panthers. I know most of you may believe and want to say, oh, y'all just beat the Carolina Panthers. Don't be feeling yourself over that. I'm only feeling y'all right now because of the way we went out there and took care of that business. Man, we went out there with a JV offense at the very least. A JV offense at the very least. To just putting it nicely, you know what I mean? No disrespect to the players that was on the field. But let's face it. Daniel Jones is our top quarterback, obviously, is our quarterback, obviously. But let's face it. No Saquon Barkley. No Kenny Galladay. No Kadarius Toney. No Sterling Shepard. No Andrew Thomas. Let's face it. That don't seem like we was poised to go out there and get a dub. And it's not even that we just went out there and got the dub. It's in the way in which we got the dub. Like, we just pulled out a W, man, in impressive fashion. We blew them jokers out the building. Because people can say what they want. It's just the Carolina Panthers and this, that, and the other. But some reality is this. Ain't no other team this season hold Carolina to only 3 points. They've been scoring touchdowns against every other team they played against. I'm just saying. To take that how you want. Also, that defense in Carolina has also been pretty stout all season long. Even in their losses, they've been pretty stout. We took third and fourth stringers out there and ran through that defense. We made Sam Darnold get benched because of poor play. And people can feel how they want to about Sam Darnold, but that ain't happened to him yet this season. That was the first time that happened to him this season. I get they on a 4-game losing streak. I get their stud running back wasn't in the game, wasn't playing, and hasn't been playing throughout this entire losing streak they've been on. But neither was our stud running back. Neither was our stud wide receivers. I mean, literally, our three best wide receivers were all out in this game. They had all of their top dogs. They had their offensive weapons other than Christian McCaffrey. So let's get it, man. I'm not going to downplay this W no more than I'm going to oversell it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's one win. We only 2-5 on the season. But what makes this W more impressive than that New Orleans W was we played a complete game. We demonstrated that we can play a complete game. We can put together 4 quarters. Daniel Jones once again played a clean game. When he plays clean games, better things seem to happen. Obviously, we haven't been winning all those games, but at the same time, we've been hanging in most of them. When he played that one horrible game against the Rams a week ago, it was bad. So let's just I'm trying to tell you, this kid, the way he responded in this game, get off his back. Put some respect on my quarterback's name. Put some respect on that man's name. You want to question his overall skill set? Sure. There's things we can still question about that. I'm not going to completely, say he's off the hook from all of that. There's things that we can still question about his overall skill set if you believe he's still not the guy. Don't you dare question this man's toughness, man. Don't you dare do that. Even that he got his first career reception yesterday on flipped the pass back, flipped the pitch back to Dante Pettis, and Dante Pettis threw that thing downfield to him, fit about 15, 16-yard gain. He fully extended, because it wasn't a good pass. It clearly wasn't a good pass. He fully extended, brought it in with one hand, Odell Beckham style, and got absolutely blasted. Did not fumble that ball. Held on to it. So, don't question that man's toughness, man. You got an issue with Daniel Jones and have an issue with him. Because a lot of people seem to still do. No matter what this kid do, it can never be good enough for some people regardless. Because some people are just setting their narrative. But let me tell you something, man. All y'all jokers out there in the social media world, y'all fake-ass GMs, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all sitting there questioning Daniel Jones and he got the quarterback from Duke, but all y'all same stupid idiots, I'm calling y'all that. Because that's what y'all are. Out here talking about hyping this kid up from Liberty. Liberty? I had to Google to see where that school was even at. You kidding me? You want to question us and be pissed off because we drafted a quarterback from Duke a few years ago, but now all y'all want to be on this hype train about some quarterback from Liberty? Yeah, the kid got some good tape. I'm not going front. He got some good tape. And I'm not one of them kind of people that's going to knock a kid like that. Like some of y'all do. But at the same time, if you're using that same criteria, I'd rather have the kid from Duke that played against much stiffer competition along the way on his journey to the NFL than some kid from fucking Liberty who plays against, I don't even know. Who the hell does Liberty play against? They ain't a football school. They ain't a basketball school. They just a school. So give me a break with that narrative. I'm not saying the kid from Liberty ain't going to come to the NFL and be a bust. I'm not saying he ain't going to be shit. He might be somebody. He might be. But don't just be sitting here building up these false narratives and acting like you shouldn't take Daniel Jones, but take the kid from Liberty. Liberty. Like I said, you draft people based on what you think they can be regardless. Daniel Jones is proving right now this season that you can build a team around him at the very least. Contrary to what people believe, there's only so many. There's not that many Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady's out here in this league right now. There ain't. There just ain't. There's some, it's some franchise guys out there. But as far as guys that can just legit put a team completely on their back, it ain't but so many of them. For real, for real. Almost everybody needs some degree of help. And even the very best have a lot of help. Patrick Mahomes, his O-line is struggling this year. His defense is struggling this year. Guess who else is struggling? Patrick Mahomes is struggling. Because it's a team game. I'm not saying the Bull has completely regressed and sucks. I'm just saying he's struggling. Because it's a team game. Even him alone can't do it by himself. He need that O-line blocking. You saw the Super Bowl last year. Yeah, he had some highlight reel plays, you know what I mean, regardless, because he's Patrick Mahomes. He is one of those special guys. But he needs help to truly get the job done. Even Aaron Rodgers got Devontae Adams and a stout running game behind him. These cats ain't doing it by themselves the way y'all make it seem like they doing it by themselves. You're not going to convince me Devontae Adams wearing another uniform on another team still wouldn't be a great goddamn receiver. He would be. Don't make it seem like Aaron Rodgers made Devontae Adams. Don't make it seem like that. Then we go ahead and go to Tom Terrific too. Sure. The reason I call him the GOAT is because in New England, he didn't necessarily have no weapons like that except for the Moss years, basically. You know, he had Gronkowski and you know what? Fuck that. He did have no weapons. In New England as well. And some of his better years there. But in Tampa Bay, he's absolutely loaded with weapons all around him at the receiver positions. Can't do it by yourself. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is even in the same ballpark as any of them cats. But what I'm saying is, why is he held to a different standard? You hold this man to a different standard. Like he has to be absolutely flawless and perfect. Like he's the only quarterback that turns the ball over. Like he's the only quarterback that ever fumbles and throws interceptions. Guess what? He's not even close to the top of those lists this season at all. Not even close. He's not even anywhere near the top of them lists this season. Yet, we got to try to find other reasons to diss this man. Because we got this false narrative about this quarterback from Duke that shouldn't have been a number 6 overall pick. Then who should have been then? Because the only quarterback in his whole entire draft class that's outplaying him right now is Kyler Murray. Well, did you want Dwayne Haskins? Did you want Drew Lock? Dwayne Haskins is barely on the team. Drew Lock lost his spot this year in training camp. Well, you wanted one of those guys? Oh, did you want Minshew? He showed a little promise in Jacksonville. What is he, like third string in Philly right now? Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here with that, man. I appreciate what the New York Giants gave us yesterday, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the defense finally showing up, taking some accountability, and making some plays. Azeez Ojulari, we might got a player in that young man. He's only going to get better and better. We even had a little bit of a Lorenzo Carter sighting yesterday. Leonard Williams. And then finally getting some of these guys, giving them some more playing time off the bench. Quincy Roche. Oh, yeah. I mean, for what it's worth, Tay Crowder, you ain't really worth a damn in coverage, but you get up, you stick your nose in there and make them tackles, man. You make them hits, man. We dropped a few interceptions yesterday again. We could have had more turnovers. We could have created more turnovers. You can't get everything. You know what I mean? I'm going to chill on that. The only real problem I saw in yesterday's game at all that was still problematic was that offensive line. But once again, Jason Garrett, you called a great game plan, called a great game. And even though the offensive line was not looking good at all, we found ways to get around that. The run blocking has to get better. Point blank and period. It has to get better. So just want to take that time. I just wanted to get that off. A little appreciation to the New York Giants team that showed up yesterday. And let's hope that same team keeps showing up week in and week out for the rest of this season. We need that kind of effort. We're in the NFC East. This division is not yet lost. Even though the Cowboys are running away with it, we're still not over with yet in this division. Anything can happen. So we got that to look forward to. We just got to keep pushing. Keep giving us the effort we had yesterday, and good things could happen the rest of this season, man. I'm not one of them throw the rest of the games and try to get a higher draft pick, because a higher draft pick don't mean nothing. It could be a bust. It's as easily as it could be a hit. You just never know. Never know with them college kids coming out, man. So many busts at the top ends of the drafts every year. So it ain't like it's some guaranteed hit just because we get a high draft pick. We're going to get a guaranteed player. You never know. Daniel Jones, keep shrugging these haters off, and you keep doing you, my man. Keep doing you. Forget what they talking about, bro. You just keep playing ball the way you playing ball. You keep on doing that. You keep bringing it week in and week out. You keep being that same tough son of a bitch running out that tunnel week in and week out. This team, we start getting healthy, who knows what can happen. We got the Cowboys again. We got Washington again. We still got the Eagles twice. Who knows what can happen? This division is the worst division in football for what it's worth right now. So we always got a shot as long as we're still here. We got a shot right now. What do you want to do? What are you prepared to do? Quote my boy Sean Connery. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. I'm going to quote you from Untouchables. What are you prepared to do? Big Blue. Appreciate the effort I saw on Sunday. That's what we've been looking for all season long. Continue to give us that, and we'll continue to grow, man. We will continue to grow. This your boy, man. This your boy, Mac the Giants fan, man. And I just want y'all to always remember, if you like what I had to say, hit that subscribe, hit them likes, ring that bell so you know when I'm dropping new content. And don't forget to support breast cancer awareness. Still got another week, October. Let's keep supporting it. It ain't even got to be about October. Just keep supporting that cause anyway, because it's a great cause to support, man. But it's your boy, Mac the Giants fan, man. Pass!